Hi, everyone. This week I'm excited. I'm celebrating. I'm proud of myself. I'm going to say it because I want you guys to be proud of yourselves too. And one of the things I think about as I share with you today is this idea that maybe it's not a big deal what I am excited about. And that's why I for sure want to share it with you, because the only person that really matters, whether it's a big deal or not, is me. So you can have your own things and feel excited and proud. And maybe when I share mine, you think, oh, that's nothing for me, and you can be proud of that too. So borrow from me, but a couple of things. One is this past week I hit day 2000 in a row on Insight Timer, meditating 2000 days in a row. Sometimes more than once, sometimes not even on Insight Timer, though you can add it in later, but I forget to do that a lot of the time. But I hit 2000 days in a row. So I'm just owning that, and I'm excited. And I'm here to tell you, some of you are going, well, does she need to keep going? I will keep going forever, because when I reflect back to when I started, way back when, before the 2000 days started, because I had other times where I went for a stretch and then didn't do it for a day and then had to start over again. I have definitely benefited, but they're in little ways. I notice in the way that I'm able to deal with things. Maybe I'm not all the way there where I want to be yet, but there's improvement, there's progress. And that's why I'm going to keep going. It's not like a destination to get to. There's no point where meditation every day is going to not be a thing that I don't want to or need to do. It is part of the foundation of my day every single morning. It's the first thing I do. Might I change the time of day as I grow older? I don't know what's going to happen, but meditation will be part of me. There is not a time that it finishes. When I'm finished, that's when it's gonna finish. And when I'm old and someone's taking care of me, they'll have to put the headphones on my head, and I'll just have to say, play this one. But all joking aside, I think it's a pretty big deal that I have done that, and I wanted to share that with you, and I hope I will inspire you to do the same. Insight Timer is just one of the apps out there. It is free. I pay $60 a year, I think. I sound like an advertisement for Insight Timer. And I can get other tracks and take courses. I think that's the difference. But there are like, I don't know, 10,000 free meditations. You don't have to pay a single thing. And I really have just been very happy with the Insight Timer. So that's that. So that's number one. Number two, I drove my son and I to New York City last week, which is a big deal for me. I love New York City. It's about a 6-hour to 7-hour drive, depending upon traffic. I've been to the city dozens of times in my life. I had never driven before, but circumstances dictated that was the only way we were going to get there, is to drive. And so I am proud of myself for taking that on. I was very, very nervous. There are lots of lanes of traffic. We did go a beautiful way. And I wish I could remember the name of the route, but you go down through Connecticut, and it's still a highway, but it's so pretty. It's all stone and trees. You almost forget that you're on a highway with traffic. It was quite civilized. Anyway, we didn't come back that way, but came out of the city at rush hour. It was very hairy, scary. And I kept my calm. Maybe that's the meditation coming through there. It was a little anxious at a few moments, but overall, it was great. And now I can say that I did it. So if driving in a big city to a big city is no big deal to you, this message is just for you to think about what thing would be kind of on the edge and kind of scary that you could do that's doable. And you could just show yourself, because I feel like every time we do something like that, we become stronger, our self-belief becomes stronger, we know what we're capable of, and that capacity strengthens and expands. A tolerance was a word that came up in this past week with one of my clients, and thinking about all the things that we tolerate and we don't tolerate. And then that idea of tolerance came to me afterwards. So tolerance is also stretching. How much can I tolerate? So now I know I can tolerate a drive into the city. I could go anytime now, right? Okay, so now what I have is more freedom too. You guys see that? So more freedom. I don't have to find a plane. I don't have to buy a ticket. I can get in my car and I can go to New York City anytime I want. Now I know where the parking garage is. I know how to get there. And I know I can drive in the worst traffic ever and still be okay. So all of that, I want you guys to take what I'm sharing and decide for yourself what you're proud of yourself for. Don't compare to me. Some of you would never think of driving to New York City. And some of you would do it like in a flash and it's like not even a second thought. So we're all so different. So we need to find the things that are important to us that we can feel good about. It's not measurement against someone else. In this case, it's just being proud of yourself and encouraging yourself to keep going, trying new things, growing. It's the way to live life. It's a way to feel a full life. It sounds kind of crazy, but yes, doing a drive that makes you nervous makes you feel more alive. I hope you guys don't think this is silly. Well, and if you do, it's okay. You could think I'm silly because actually I do own that a lot. But it really does help you feel more alive when you're doing things that stretch you. Okay, I could go on and on. 7 minutes already. If you're still here with me, thank you so much. I would love to hear from you, what your thoughts are, and I will talk to you next week. Have a great week ahead.